Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle. Michelle Lives Well. It's my first time ever going live. I actually am on my iPad and I had to turn it sideways, so it's a little awkward. But nonetheless, my very first time going live. I have no script. This is literally something that came to me maybe, oh, actually, it was a while ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it came back up for me really strong, like a nice little nudge to start doing what I normally do on a regular basis for other people, but do it here on YouTube and really learn how to do this for myself. And that's celebrate our wins, small and big wins. Nothing is too small, and of course, nothing is too big, but definitely celebrate our wins. And the reason being is because we as humans, we can be hard on ourselves and hard on others. And I work in healthcare, and quite often workers are overwhelmed, they're burned out, patients can be upset. Fellow colleagues can be upset because they're burnt out. Patients can be upset because of all the things they have going on in their life. And a lot of folks get triggered. I mean, staff, patients, community. We see a lot of chaos that's happening in the world right now. And I'm somebody who always errs on the side of optimism and encouragement and finding light and love and laughter in the world. And I've been that way since I was a little girl. One of my colleagues, when I first started working where I work now, about 8 years ago, she said when she met me, she was like, "You are annoyingly optimistic." So that stuck with me. But more than that, that stuck with me more so as a joke, because I have often wondered why everyone isn't chipper, but I had to live a little bit more life, because those are the thoughts I had when I was younger. But my grandma, she used to call me her social butterfly. Um, and for some, I was too friendly, but I just think I was made that way. So I love to encourage people and uplift them and pour life into them, and show them love, because a lot of folks are out here struggling. They're stressed out. Um, they're using all type of things to cope. I have my own coping things that I use to cope, my coping mechanisms, but I am constantly working on improving that. And so I am someone, in addition to just loving on people, that come in very natural to me, just wanting to see the best for people and helping people to achieve all the things that they want to achieve in this world, and thrive and live well for a very long time, as long as they're on this earth. um, I am also someone that has struggles throughout my life, and compounding stressors, no matter how positive and how encouraging you are, at some point, you also need the encouragement. At some point, you also need to be uplifted, and having the mindset and the spirit to carry on the weight. At times, I feel like the weight of the world, because I have a big desire to do so much good in this world during my time here, and wanting to make a great impact and improve the health and well-being of folks in my neck of the woods and branching out across the world. It's a heavy lift, and nobody can do it alone. So oftentimes, it feels like a lot of pressure, but I know it's the pressure that I'm putting on myself, because I have to often remind myself I am not God. And so just doing what I can in my little corner of the world. And so in my little corner of the world, when times get rough, when things get hard, I like to find the bright spot in the day. I like to find the light. I believe we're all called to be the light in the midst of darkness, and to help one another make it to the other side, and make it through, and find joy even in the darkest of moments, and not to give up on ourselves. So I definitely want to extend that beyond just the people that I see in the day to day, because I know so much of us need that love and support, and for folks to meet us where we are, without judgment, without criticism, just love and support, and to be a listening ear. And so, what this space is for, I'm calling it Club Win. that came to me last week. I'm calling it Club Win, and essentially we'll get on here and we'll share our wins. Again, small and big wins. Uplift one another, celebrate each other, love on each other, and just be that support for one another, be that village, because so much of us um, are feeling alone. Why are you talking with yourself? I'm talking to everyone out here. I'm glad you joined me. I'm talking to everyone. And so this message will be for anyone that it's destined to land on their ears and on their hearts. And hopefully it encourages them. And hopefully it uplifts them in some dark moments. So I'll I'll kick it off by sharing a win for that I've experienced this week. And I did not write down my wins. So I'm just like everyone else, get busy, life goes on, life gets tough. And we have the best intentions to do great things in this world, and to follow through on our promises to ourselves and others. But sometimes we fall short. So one small thing I forgot to do was write down wins. And I know I've had a lot throughout the week. So even in rough times, I'll say one win. This is something I struggle with on a day to day, is my eating habits and my eating behaviors. I've used that as my coping mechanism. So I often lean towards more sugary foods, more highly processed foods. So anything chocolate and ice cream. A lot of times those together. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm glad you could join. I just did a brief overview of what Club Win on Fridays will be about. Thank you, Mom. This is my very first live. My mom is an OG on YouTube. She's an OG on YouTube. So if you have not been made aware of her channel, correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, but it's Stephanie 57 Moving and Stephanie 50 and Climbing. I believe those are her two YouTube channels. And she does great work on YouTube. She's definitely paved the way for me to join and share my journey as I go through. But this live on Friday evenings it won't be long, or however long it is destined to be, but it's really for us to share our wins, and just, again, uplift one another. So a win that I can think of for this week, I ate less sugary items this week than I did last week. I do not have numbers written down, but I know on my day-to-day, like before this week, I was getting a pint of ice cream, sometimes 2 pints of ice cream at night, and I would mix them. Ben & Jerry's is my favorite ice cream. Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia is one flavor, and then the other one is Chubby Hubby, and I like the mixture of both. So I would literally have a half a pint of each and mix both, because I was in my binging season when I was doing that. But that is my favorite ice cream, Ben & Jerry's. And Mitchell's ice cream is a good one too. So I did not have any Ben & Jerry's this week. I should have said it like that. Didn't have any Ben & Jerry's. I didn't have any ice cream. I brought back to the forefront my keto snacks. They were good, and that helped me over. I actually found that the more high healthy fat, high protein food I eat, and the more fiber I eat, the less I crave high sugary substances. So I did more of that this week, not trying to be perfect, just trying to get better every day. So that's a major win for me. I did not completely stay away from sugary substances or chocolate. I did have I had like this size of a brownie. This week at work, or in healthcare, we're celebrating National Nurses Week. And so a partner came and dropped off a container of chocolate chip cookies that are huge. And I have mine. Huge chocolate chip cookie with chunks in it, and brownies for our nurses. And so she had too much to share. One of our nurses had too much to share, and so she offered that. So I did have that size of a brownie today. And I do have a chocolate chip cookie. So now that I'm talking to y'all, this feel like accountability. So I might just eat half that cookie. But I didn't have ice cream. So that's moving in the right direction. Okay. So a win is a win. You will often hear me say that. A win is a win. And so that's a small, big win for me because that's going in the right direction. So I want to pause. I don't know. It's my first time going live. So I don't know how to bring comments on the screen. I don't know if you guys, I think I seen when my mom did it, when she said something, she popped up, but I don't know how you keep the chat up. Moderation helps everyone feel to be okay. Oh wait, I'm seeing stuff now. Wait, you guys went away. How do you keep the chat on the screen? It's my first time, y'all. All message of I don't know how you keep them on the screen, but I love to see people talk to me because I'm a people person. I like to talk and I like to hear from people. So I want to hear y'all wins. That's my win. And my biggest struggle is my food, my eating habits, and how I utilize food. I call it a pacifier. And I'll dive more into that during our time together over the weeks. But as we, as little kids, to soothe ourselves, you can't do that on here. Okay. Is it because I'm live? It's my mom. My mom, she's trying to help me out because she normally go live. You have to be on StreamYard to do that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mom. But as little kids, if you think back, we would use a pacifier or something to soothe us, whether it was sucking our thumb, having a blankie, whatever it was, we use things to soothe us. And so as adults, we also do use things to soothe us. We just call it coping mechanism or addiction. But these are things that we use to soothe us to process strong emotions and traumatic experiences that we haven't processed through and completely healed from. And on our journey as adults, we've learned how to use other things to soothe us, which are considered pacifiers. That's just how I called it that, because that's the connection I have between what we did as kids to soothe us and what we do as adults to soothe us. So one major thing that I've done over my years as an adult is use food to soothe me. Food as my coping mechanism and food as my pacifier. So when I have strong emotions that I have a hard time processing, I tend to crave and desire food to calm me. So I am working on getting myself off the pacifier. My mom is on here. My family and friends will tell you I do not believe in kids being on pacifiers for a long period of time, but I had a wide awakening, and that came to me that I use food as a pacifier. So that is a win for me to move myself from relying on unhealthy foods to soothe myself. But this is just the beginning. So it's just a win for this week that I wanted to highlight. So I'm going to pause there. I want to hear your wins. I wish I could play music without it getting flagged on YouTube. So my idea is to have, thank you, Mom. My idea is to, as we celebrate our wins, small and big, we play some music and have people on the screen and you guys join and share your wins. And I don't know how to do all that, so I'll figure all that out. But for now, if you want to share any wins you've had for this week, I will wait for you to share that in the comment section so we can celebrate you. And don't be shy. Remember, a win is a win. Every win counts. I wish I knew how to pull people up on the screen. All right. Stephanie 57 climbing, my mom. She said, I worked out 3 times this year for 45 minutes. That's major. So before 45 minutes, where were you at? So we can see the growth. And I have somebody else on here. Feel free to share. We're here to celebrate one another. You know what I need to get? I need to order some fans. The pop, pop, pop. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. I need to do that. 15 to 30 and now 45. Woo! That's a major win. That's a major win. Well done, Mom. Well done. I'll piggyback off of that win. So I went to the gym this week. I only went one time this week, but that was more than I went last week. I went on Wednesday morning before I went to work. And so I got myself moving. Yes, working on that 5K. Working on that 5K. Have you started doing your walk or run? I know you were doing it on the track. Are you still going to the track? All right now. That's a major win. Give it up, give it up. So let me think. I'll bounce off of that and see if there's anything else I've done as a win. Moving off of weight, my schedule is so hectic at work. Oh, you've been doing it at home. You've been walking at home and get moving. Yeah. Yeah, you got great videos out there. Keep that going because it's encouraging. It's encouraging. I be sharing it with my staff and letting folks know, family and friends, letting them know. That's good stuff. A big one is like when you are working, it is so much that is thrown at you. So much that is thrown at you. You got so many things on your to-do list. And I still owe you something. That came across my mind. I owe you something, a task I got to complete. But so much is thrown at you on a daily basis. It is so hard to juggle everything that is thrown at your way. Whether it's your personal responsibilities that you have, professional responsibilities that you have, if you have a side hustle, so many things is pulling at your time and attention and energy level and mental space. Oh my goodness, being able to juggle it all and not drop the ball, not forget to do something, meet these deadlines, do things for all the people. We are constantly pulled in so many different directions. And I think a major win that we don't often celebrate for ourselves is how we are able to manage so many tasks that are thrown our way and still find opportunities to do something for ourselves, even if it's just something to bring joy and laughter to ourselves and to uplift ourselves. But just accomplishing anything when so many things is being thrown at you and being able to prioritize it and juggle it and knock things off your list, even if you don't get everything off your list in that day or even that week, you still accomplish things. So I would encourage you to, if you don't do it already, track it. So write down some things that you got to do for that day, for that week. And as you do it, as you complete the task, cross it out, check it off. I have sticky notes because there's so much that come at me with my staff and family and things I need to do. I have a lot of different colorful sticky notes. And so I write down tasks on the sticky notes. And as I accomplish or complete a task, I get this satisfaction and gratification of balling it up and throwing it away. Like, this is done. It's out of my brain. It's out of my peripheral. It's off of my back. It's weight that is lifted off of me. And I have completed that task and I tossed it in the trash. So I think that's something that we should definitely acknowledge more for ourselves and celebrate more, because we work hard, all of us, no matter what field you're in, no matter what kind of work you're doing, whether you work for somebody else or you work for yourself. It is a heavy lift to constantly meet deadlines, juggle tasks, complete tasks, prioritize tasks, and prioritize a lot more people. You have a board. That's right. I have seen your board. I have seen your board right by your desk. That makes all the difference, being able to have a nice visual. So having your board, having that visual up there, is it helping you? Or do you still find that at times you struggle with prioritizing and completing what you have on that board, or you forget to put stuff on that board? How is that board working for you? I put something on there for this month. Okay. So you refreshed it for the month of May. All right, that's great. That's great. I want to get I have a cork board at work in my office, but I want to get some other like smaller boards to break down like categories of things that I have to do. Last month I forgot. Yeah, that happens. So we have all the best intentions to organize our life because so much is thrown at us. And there's so many different organizational tools out here to use, whether it's boards, books, little gadgets, digital platforms to organize us. I know because I try to use a whole bunch of different things, and the way my brain be computing and the way things be thrown, sometimes it work, but sometimes organizing these organizers is a task and a job within itself. Okay. It'd be a whole separate job. And it's like, that's so much. So I do have a desire to have something that's super easy, super streamlined, that makes it a lot easier to prioritize your tasks, to even use a good organizing tool that makes it super easy, that doesn't feel like another job to organize your tasks. So if any of you know of anything out there, feel free to share it in the chat. Yes, that's a job within itself. Yeah, it's a job within itself. Whew, it's so much. And when you manage it, they have a whole bunch of different project management tools. It's so much out there. So a lot of times, I don't know about y'all, but I have lists for my lists. And then for those lists, I have timers, I have alarms. On my desk, I have a sand tool thing. It's just so much to try to keep everything in alignment. And again, things just get thrown at you. So celebrate yourself with that, because it is a difficult thing to keep up with all the things that we are responsible for on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually, and annually basis. Um, that brings me to one of my last points to share with you all as we're celebrating ourselves. Yeah, and I know you do too. It's a lot. So that's another reason why it's important for us to celebrate ourselves, because we just do so much. We do so much, and I am somebody who feel like I'm not doing enough, and then it feels like I'm letting people down when I don't accomplish these things. And I'm not moving fast enough, and I'm not moving far enough to accomplish things at a fast rate, doing as much to help people, because I'm trying to help more than just myself. And again, that's a burden that I put on myself. So I have to celebrate myself, and I encourage you to celebrate yourself, because I'm sure I'm not the only person out there that feels like you're carrying the burden of so many people or so many things. But you gotta let a little bit off of you, because you're doing enough. You're doing a lot. So celebrate yourself. Um, I was gonna say something, but it escaped me. That's probably what I needed to say. That's probably what I needed to say. Do anybody else have anything to share? You got any more wins you want to share, Mom, from the week? Oh, that's already done, Mom. That's something you pick up at a very early age. That's actually something that I worked through with my therapist. For you all that haven't heard me share this over the years, I have a therapist. I've had a few therapists that's helped me throughout my years. But being a people pleaser is what a big part of what landed me in a position where I was hospitalized, because I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't prioritizing myself and taking on too much of other people issues and traumas, and their traumas became my trauma. And when you have compounding trauma, it becomes a bit much for you sometimes. So I had to take a step back and take care of myself. So that people pleasing thing was definitely a part of that. So I've been shedding those layers, because you can't. It's more so for me. It's more so about the having the savior complex. It's more about that. And so accepting that I can't do all things for all people. That's not my job. That's me putting myself in God's position. So God can take care of the world. I'm just focused on taking care of the corner of the world that I'm in. And that's a boundary I had to put up for myself. So actually, that's a win. When you stick to them boundaries, you have a boundary, you stick to a boundary, That's a win. That's a win. You've been getting up at 6 in the morning? Yes, Mom. Because I know that's been a process. That's a huge win. That is a huge win. But I have seen you over this past year slowly making changes of getting up earlier and earlier and earlier, and being active earlier and earlier and earlier. That's a major win. I should have had something. Look, I got some Uno cards in front of me. Maybe I'll throw some Uno cards in celebration or something. We got to do something to celebrate you, Mom. That's a major win. And also, I love to play Uno. Congratulations. That's major. That's major. You've had so many wins throughout the year. If you were to sit back, and I know you have tons of videos sharing your wins, but if you had to sit back and actually document all your wins, it would be a laundry list. That's how much progress you've made over the year with just taking your life back. And it's been amazing to watch you and to witness that as your daughter, because you're setting an amazing example for me, for your grandkids, great grandkids, all the generations that's coming after you, and the ones that are here now with you. So well done, Mom. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, y'all. So I've been on here for a while. I told myself I'm going to be on here for like 10, 15 minutes because I got my wings. Thank you, Mom. I got my wings. It's Mother's Day weekend, y'all. I should have kicked that off with that because, listen, if we don't do nothing else in this world, if you are parents, that's a major win. Just making it through with these kids. And mine don't say nothing. But making it through with your kids is a major win, okay? Because it is no joke being a parent. So with it being Mother's Day weekend, that's a major win. A major win. My kids are good. They're healthy. They just donated their guinea pigs. 4 minutes, you have 30. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. They donated their guinea pigs to one of my staff members who've been wanting a guinea pig because my son wanted a rabbit because my daughter got a rabbit. I should turn the camera so y'all can see this rabbit. Let's see. Look at this. I don't know. Can y'all see the rabbit? Can y'all see the rabbit? Her name is, I think it's Snowball. I think Snowflake. I think that's what my daughter named her. I'm hoping y'all can see that rabbit. She just got herself a new cage. Uh-oh. Were y'all able to see the rabbit? Y'all couldn't see it? Hold on. Let me see if I can turn it. Hey, Snowflake. Can y'all see it now? That's Snowflake. Hopefully y'all can see it because I can't really see y'all. I think I see her bunny ears in there. But that's Snowflake. All right. That's Snowflake. Okay, let's see. Now, I got to get y'all back over here without me messing it up. Can y'all see me? Did y'all see the Snowflake? Okay, I see. You say yes. So that's Snowflake. That's our family bunny. My daughter got it a couple weeks ago. But now my son wants a bunny. And I'm like, you can't have a bunny and guinea pigs. We're not that type of family. You got to pick one struggle, okay? Because it is a whole bunch taking care of anything. And you got to be committed to at least one person. Yes. So, or one pet. So they did a great job with sharing. And now he wants his own bunny. So we'll have 2 bunnies. And they're great kids. So that's a major win for me that my kids, like, we made it. We went through a dark storm. We made it to the other side. And we're just loving and finding moments of laughter. And last weekend, we danced to Michael Jackson Experience on YouTube. So just loving each other. That's a win. That's a win. Just having a good time despite all that happens in the world. That's a win. You still on this side of the earth, this side of heaven, as they say. That's a win. You woke up this morning, you're breathing. That's a win. Anything. It's so many small wins. So many small wins. You found a way to be kind to the people that is rude to you at work and disrespectful. That's a win. A major win. Okay? Because that means you learn to manage your emotions. So major win. So I see I'm coming up. It's about to shut off. Every Friday, we'll get on and we'll share our wins. I appreciate y'all. Happy Mother's Day. And until next time, live well. Live well. Take care. And keep sharing y'all wins in the comments. Oh, it's going to be a little awkward because I got to learn how to turn this off. Mom, that emoji is wild. Do I just press the X? Oh, it didn't shut off. It's still on. But keep sharing y'all wins in the comment. I'm about to go enjoy my Mother's Day weekend. You hear? I'm about to enjoy my Mother's Day weekend. Bye. Enjoy yours too. I'll see you next Friday. Be ready to share your wins. Your emojis is wild, Mom. All right. Take care of you and remember to live well. Bye, y'all. Oh, that's awkward. How you turn this thing off? This will go in the blooper reels. If you a TV head like me, if you know, you know. Mom, how you turn this thing off? I don't know. How you turn it off? I'm pressing the X. It's not going off. Oh, maybe I turn it this way. It's about to go topsy-turvy, y'all.